Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into Big Brother. It is Monday. I already told y'all I will be late. I already told you. The triple eviction, I did a live on Charles Warren's channel. If you want to see that live, go over to Charles Warren's YouTube channel. And we were on there having a good time discussing the triple eviction. I do, just so I can have my videos in order, want to do a mini video on the triple eviction. I said all my good stuff over there, but I just want to give a quick little 2 cent. A quick little 2 cent. Anyway, I got my hair pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's up in this huge bun right now because the braids are so heavy. It was pulling on my little hair. I was just like, I might only keep this about a week. We'll see. So we're in the triple eviction week. This gonna be like 2 minutes. Cody was the HOH, you know. Kevin and David were on the block. The veto wasn't used. They did these. Kevin made a Black Lives Matter eviction speech and told people, you know, you can use me in the game, that typical stuff. I forgot what David was talking about. He was talking about, I want to do slip and slide and something else, and I feel like I'm ready to play. Let's go. I'm going to tell you what I really feel. I really feel like the first hour of the episode was, let's just get the last 2 black people out the game so the game could get started. Let's throw a triple eviction out there so we could speed this up, because everybody, like, if you look at Big Brother Twitter, when Big Brother first came out, my Twitter feed was all BB22, BB22. I couldn't find anybody else's tweets because my whole feed was just BB22. If I go out there today, I can hardly find a BB22 tweet. No one cares about the show anymore. I do, but it started even after y'all got all the black people out, even after you got Janelle and Kaser, all the exciting people out, y'all still not doing anything interesting. I got my life a little bit. Now, okay, let's just say goodbye to Kevin. He went home. His interview with Julie, it was kind of like, yeah, I kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't really do. Like, Julie was way too nice to Kevin and David. She should have read them down a little bit because they weren't playing the game. Like, you did nothing to help your game. You was like, oh, yeah, I kind of thought there was a big alliance, but you voted with them. You were voting with the big alliance like you were a part of it. Like, you knew you were on the bottom of the totem pole, but instead of being the first ring on the bottom, you were like the 5th, and you went home 5th. So bye, Kevin. Next, of all people, I'm on this Big Brother group on Facebook, and every week they ask for your picks and your HOH picks and your eviction picks. This is the first time in the history of me being on this Facebook group I got every HOH and eviction correct to the T. And this was a triple. In my heart, I just knew. I said, because David is going to go home next in this triple eviction week. Like, I didn't really expect any excitement. I knew one of the telephone group was going home. I knew that. But I said, David's going home next. And I said, the only person that's really just hate David and want him out the house is Memphis. And of course, Memphis got the HOH. Franz and David were on the block. Memphis tells Franz he put her on the block because he wanted to ensure that David went home. Anybody could have been on that block and David was going home. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. Anybody could have been sitting there and David was going home. And I'm here for it. David got his 10 grand in the OTEV veto competition. I was here for it. David, go ahead and go, because you just weren't going to win the game. You don't even understand the game. Franz, as soon as the veto is played, Franz is in there with Christmas girl. You know I'm your number 2, your number 1. I ain't never gonna vote you out, girl. You can go ahead and save me with the veto if you want to, but if not, just don't vote for me, girl. Don't vote me out the house, girl. Me and you ride or die to the end. And I'm like, bitch, you sound stupid. Cody's standing right there. Danny is standing right there. Ain't nobody believing you to ride or die to the end. I really can't stand Franz, but I promise you, I bet money. I ain't gonna bet my paycheck, but I really feel like Franz is gonna sit in that final 2, and she not gonna be the first 2-time winner, But France is going to be sitting at final two because no one is scared of her. And she has not done anything. Anything. Nothing. But whine and cry in this game. I wouldn't vote for it with you. So if I was Christmas, now Christmas and Tyler vote for France to go home. Enzo is the one who fucked it up. We could have had a great triple eviction if France would have went home second. But no, Enzo, for whatever reason, I don't know, he decided to vote out David. I don't understand why anybody would want to vote out David. He clearly, if everyone in the telephone group should have became best friends with David and dragged him to the final two because he just cannot win the game. He cannot win the game. He doesn't understand the game. He's not winning a competition. But y'all want to compete against the Codys, the Memphises, the Enzos. That's who y'all want to compete against in the end. I guess go ahead. It's really going to be any, meeny, miny, mo. Because at the end, you're not getting rid of the great competitors. So in the end, it's really just going to be, okay, who's going to win this? Instead of setting yourself up to get the good people out so you know you're going to win it. But anyway, David goes home. Julie was like, you needed a moment to compose yourself. And I'm like, I know his ass ain't fake crying. I know it. And then Julie was like, oh, yeah, I know you're kind of sad. And he was like, yeah, I won a competition in the dark. They thought I couldn't do nothing, but I won a competition in the dark, and I redeemed myself. And I'm like, okay, you won a competition in the dark. You saved yourself from whatever that power was off the block that week. Okay, David, you did that. But what else did you do? Because I can name 20 more things you did wrong. You redeemed yourself. You won a competition in the dark. But the whole thing is you shouldn't even have been there for the redemption. Period. And so Julie is like, well, you think your mistake was taking that $10,000? And he was like, yeah, I think I made a mistake. I shouldn't have. And I'm like, no, David. See, that's why you the dummy. Your mistake is thinking the $10,000 is what got you out. Your mistake is not being able to read the game and thinking everybody is your friend and only Memphis hates you. Your mistake is you never had any correct read, and if you did have an inkling of it, you did the opposite of what you should do to save yourself in a game like this. But moving on from David, bye. He on over there with Davon and Kevin. So now it gets interesting because now the telephone group got to go home. And for whatever reason, Julie want to keep the triple a secret when Dr. Will already ruined that. They've already been talking about the triple. They were talking about the triple before triple eviction even ran across the screen in the back. But somebody on production got fired over that, I'm sure. So Julie announces the triple eviction. Everyone does their best to play shock, like, right now? A triple? Okay. Tyler won. Now, these competitions were, what was the true or false building puzzles? I thought the competitions were super easy, but you couldn't come up with nothing elaborate. Like I said, it was just a fast forward. Like, I wish they would have just said 3 people go pick. Everybody put in a box 3 people you want to go and get out. Because it's not going to get any better this week. Like, let me get through this. So Tyler wins the veto and the HOH. He puts up Franz and Danny. Franz is frantic, like her name. She just can't understand why Tyler would put her and Danny up. And I'm like, bitch. Like, somebody has to go up. Now, I don't understand it either. If Tyler wanted to make a power move, he should have tried to work with Danny. And he should have went and put Cody and Enzo or Cody in Memphis. Tyler, if you wanted an opportunity to win this game, you needed one of the strong male players out. Yeah, Danny put you on the block, but you probably could have finessed something with Danny. I don't know. But I was happy. Really, at the end of the day, I didn't care. I really didn't care. I was happy to see Franny and Dance on the block. Danny was pissed, and I was laughing. I was like, that's what your ass get. He put you on the... This is what I wanted to see. You and friends had the perfect opportunity to get Tyler out the block. But y'all want to do this whole, we don't want to upset Cody. For what? Just go ahead and give Cody the money. You better vote for his ass. You so much not want to upset him, you didn't take the shot when you had it. And now that you missed, like you said, I don't want to take a shot at Cody, and I better not miss. You missed. You didn't even miss. You purposely set your gun on the ground. Like you didn't even, you really didn't take a shot. Like you loaded the weapon, but then you said, "Oh, let me put this down. This is kind of dangerous." So that's what your ass get. And Cody just, it was already loaded. Cody just picked it up and went bang. Bye, bitch. Bye. Girl, your daddy on the Twitter. He the only one I see on the Twitter just reading you down. It's hilarious. That was karma. That whole flip vote thing was stupid. Why get rid of Ian? He was not coming after you or Nicole. It's like y'all purposely, for Cody, for your telephone group, you purposely said, well, let me just vote out every person that would never put me on the block. Yeah, you can go. I know you won't put me up, girl, but you got to go. Because the telephone group, they going to put me on the block. But at least I'm going to get to the final 7. Like, that's how y'all were playing. Like, yeah, the telephone group, I'm going to get put on the block. But I'm going to get to the final 7 where you probably could have won the game. Dumbasses. So I ain't mad to see none of them go. And then Danny want to talk hot shit on the way out. And she don't want to get a holiday, no hug. I wouldn't have gave the bitch a hug neither. But it was funny because Christmas was like, oh, I guess it's personal. I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's personal. It was personal back when you wanted to get stabbed in the face with a fork. Moving on. So now I ain't watched no Big Brother. Like I said, Twitter, you know, I get all my live feeds, updates from Twitter. Twitter is dead. BB Twitter is dead. At least everybody I follow. It ain't nobody talking about the live feeds. All I heard was that production done won HOH and production done won the veto. Tyler, I should have said spoiler. Sorry. Tyler and the Holiday, they asses is on the block. And the only thing I can see is it's back and forth. First they want the Holiday out. Next they want Tyler out. If they were smart, they would go ahead and get rid of Tyler. Why you want to give him an opportunity to win HOH next week and put you on the block? Like, I don't really care. Just give Cody the money right now. I said, did I put it on Twitter? Did I put that on Twitter? I need to post that. I said, go ahead and have a quadruple eviction next week. And let's get on to the final 2 or the final 3 and do this. Because I am bored. Like, it is really... So you telling me out of all that madness of the triple eviction, Cody, who I already was like... That little golf hockey puck thing was like he won that with a 2. Okay, now Cody, the only reason, and I ain't watching it tonight. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna be up to Wednesday because I'm watching football tonight. My team play tonight. I know they asses is sorry, but I'm watching the game tonight. And Big Brother, I already know what's going to happen. The only thing I want to know about Big Brother is what was the competition that production let Cody win. That's all I want to know. Wednesday, what is the veto competition that Cody let production win? Or production let Cody win? Like, give the fool the money. And everybody's like, oh, everybody going to be mad at Cody. It's going to be a bitter jury. I'm like, why are you going to be bitter when this is the person who you wanted to win? You've been playing for him all game. What you want to be bitter for now? I'm over it. That's all I got to say about the triple eviction. I apologize. I'm telling you now. I'll be back with the HOH in a nomination video. But I already told you the HOH and the nominations. But I'm gonna review it. I'm going to see a little bit what it's about. But it's going to be Wednesday. I'm watching football tonight. I'm not even about to waste my time looking at Cody winning. I mean, friends, what the hell you in there doing? You can't win shit, girl. Nothing. I understand Tyler couldn't win. But can't nobody... I mean, Enzo, you still throwing competitions, Enzo. Oh, okay. The shit is boring. All right. Like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. I love you all. Bye.